Good afternoon, good morning, dearest friends. Hi, you guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Friday. It is raining. It is officially dumping buckets here in the Pacific Northwest. Okay, you guys, it's Friday, March 5th, 2021. How is everybody doing? It is pretty energetically vibrant right now with that Mars and Gemini energy. My mouth is kind of a little unhinged. I have been letting it rip. So if that has been the case for you, you could always, hold your tongue, which was what I had suggested yesterday and the day before, but I have been not necessarily following my own advice. Anyways, you guys, let's see where we go with this today, getting us into the weekend. This will probably be my last video in this space. I will be moving in the next several days, so I am just soaking up the moments left in my little house here. It's been fun, it's been interesting, it's been challenging. I don't love the people that are buying my condo because of all of their demands, but I'm incredibly grateful that they are buying my condo. So, kind of going through that Saturn-Uranus dichotomy right now, which is what I've been talking about a lot lately, that square that Uranus and Saturn will be having all 2021. So that's kind of the polarity of the old and the new, and the rebel and the angel and the devil, and all of that sort of energy where you're, kind of going through that experience of duality. I'm very grateful that I got somebody to buy my condo, and I'm also challenged by the people who are going to move in. So I have cleansed the space. It is a beautiful space. I want the people who move in to really enjoy the space, and I'm not in love with the people right now. So that is just really about me getting back into the anchored space of being in love, which is what we were talking about yesterday, that energy of what it means to just be in love and not react to the external circumstances of your reality so that it isn't affecting your personality. So I'm working through that as we speak. I am taking that on for myself, anchoring into the heart, really reminding myself, what is it that I'm about? Who is it that I want to be in the bigger picture? How do I want to really anchor into becoming the highest level of consciousness and the greatest version of myself? So, all right, let's see where we go with this today, Friday, May 5th, 2021. This is a collective reading. Don't always try to shoehorn yourself into every reading. Peacock spirit, let it shine. Brown bear spirit, take time out. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Yeah, this is all about taking a beat when you want to react. This is like really just dialing it back a notch and thinking before you act, before you say, before you react. Take time out with that brown bear spirit. I think it's all about really just taking a moment, being really thoughtful, using your mind wisely. How do you spend your time and energy, and how do you direct your time and energy, and what is worth your time and energy, right? As you go into the weekend, really anchoring into your heart with this let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Taking a moment to really gather yourself in the face of adversity, and then getting anchored in that space of love, brain and heart coherence, then making the decision to do whatever it is you need to do in that space of discernment. Don't make decisions when you're heightened when your energy is not coherently aligned, okay? So that you can really use the tools that you've been accumulating in your work, in your personal development work, to really apply integrating theory into practice so that it does really reflect the overcoming to becoming. Okay? All right. Let's pull some tarot. Let's see what the tarot has to say for today, March 5th, 2021. Two of Wands, making decisions. Four of Swords, to really get anchored in your self-love. Emperor, being the authority of your life. Queen of Wands, letting the inspiration come in. Spiritual awakening right there, baby. World, moving on. Page of Pentacles, learning some new things. Wheel, Six of Wands, Nine of Swords, Hermit. Wow, you guys. Eight of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Magician, Nine of Wands, Ace of Cups. Beautiful. This is beautiful. Things have been beautiful lately, so that's awesome. At the end of the day, you guys, you're just going to keep developing yourself, your internal self-love, the space for a spiritual awakening, the space to move you forward towards what is your destined fate, overcoming whatever has been in your space and trusting yourself, walking towards a new opportunity that is really going to be grounded, loving, self-care. Yeah. Being the authority of your own life, choosing that, consciously choosing that in a way where you're empowered, in a way that really is anchored in you really learning about yourself, coming into your own person, your own destiny, your own spiritual awakening. The awakening card is here. The Hermit card is here. The Four of Swords is here. The Wheel of Fortune is here. The World is here. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Magician. All of those cards represent a leveling up of your consciousness. The ability to really choose to really step into your power, to really anchor into your own internal love, stability, abundance, manifestation power. You know, really doing the work, the internal work is really what it's all about. The answers do not lie out here. They are 100% in here. And as long as you can stay anchored into that space and trust yourself and really trust your ability to create the opportunity for you to really grow and evolve into this enlightened version, to trust yourself to do that, to really anchor into that, to really step into your power. That is success. That is really the overcoming to becoming. That is really what this is all about. You know, by not being controlled by circumstances, time, space, external experiences, and really controlling everything that exists in your reality within you, by really anchoring into your heart, by really trusting yourself, by really stepping into your greatness, is going to really bring into fruition this magical experience that you have been manifesting. However you want that to look for yourself, however you want to really grow and evolve, you know, powerfully, empowered, What does it mean to be empowered? What does it mean to really be the leader of your own destiny, not being controlled by external circumstances? What does it mean to really anchor into being the leader of your life? Learning some new things about what moves you forward, what is awakening, what is coming to the light for you related to how you really love yourself. I've never experienced more self-love for myself than I have recently. As soon as I started really opening up my heart and releasing and letting go of the past and releasing and letting go of every single tie that I had to the past and to the present that hasn't been in alignment with who I'm becoming, letting it go, releasing it, moving it out of my body. It doesn't mean that it hasn't had value. It just means that it doesn't control me. It doesn't define me. It's not who I am. It's just what was. It's just what happened. It's just it's just what it is. So by being able to overcome whatever obstacle I have made up that has been in the way, and getting beyond that space-time continuum and really just anchoring into just being in the here and now, in the unknown, creating from that space in a place of love, by being in love, things are just showing up. I'm not doing anything. Everything is synchronous. Everything in my experience as of lately is synchronicity. Things are just happening, and I'm not doing anything to make them happen. I want them to happen, they happen. The elevator wasn't gonna work in my building. I had to shift some things around. I wasn't even thinking about it. The gentleman who works here, he says, and if he's watching, hi, thank you for everything you do for me. I appreciate you, Pablo. You have been a huge part of my life, and I will forever be grateful for your contribution. So, side note, he says to me today, the elevator is going to work, and the challenge isn't going to be until Wednesday or Thursday. Well, I got to move out before then, so it doesn't matter to me. I need it until Tuesday. He gave me until Tuesday. He made it magically happen. I manifested it. He and I worked together. The synchronicity worked out. The energy coherently came together. Neither of us spoke about it. I just anchored into love, and it just magically appeared. It's just the synchronicities of life. It's just the synchronicities of how things just come into fruition when you're just in that space. And that's how everything is sort of showing up lately. And it's just all about how you just, by being empowered, by just being in the here and now, anchoring into your heart, being true authenticity, being transparency, being creative expression, having youthful enthusiasm, allowing for what is to be what is, trusting that you can be with anything because you trust yourself, is what is going to make your life a conscious experience, an elevated consciousness. All right, so let's see. Where are we going with this, with your spiritual awakening here? Where are you going as you continue to awaken to the magic that's possible? What are the blocks here? Queen of Wands, Page of Swords, Three of Cups. You could be resistant to learning some new things because it's unfamiliar to you. You could be resisting releasing and letting go of the past because the truth has been challenging. Bug, hush up. Learning some new things about letting it flow could be what you're resisting. You might want to control everything. You might want to know how everything's going to turn out. The idea of releasing and letting go and just surrendering, that might feel a little uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar. And that's always what the biggest challenge to change is, like releasing and letting go and letting things flow, because it may be completely unknown territory, and that could be very uncomfortable, and you might not know how to operate in that space, so you resist it. So there's that for sure. All right, so let's see. Messages from your higher self. Hierophant, 10 of Cups, King of Wands, 6 of Cups. By continuing to align yourself and what your commitment is, what you have made commitments to yourself about that are grounded, emotionally connected to community, that are inspired. There may be some energy that might be returning. This is about you learning some new things about yourself that may have been mixed up from the past, and really transmuting that into something very powerful and empowered. There could have been values related to you. There could have been some. You may be getting realigned with some values that you may have steered off course from, related to your spirituality and your upbringing. But you're really getting anchored into this feeling of love and abundance and inspiration, like quickly. It's happening quickly. It's like this yang energy, which we talked about yesterday. It's like happening now. You're really moving in the direction of creating something, maybe with a past life soulmate. Maybe there's a past life soulmate coming back around. There's something here about the past that's going to resurface. It could be, you could be because you're being so inspired to manifest. That could be what brings it back in. But I think it's going to be really important that you stay anchored and true to yourself, related to what you are creating for your value structure that you have, really thought long and hard to create, and being anchored in your spirituality, or whatever, that God energy is that you have a connection to. So I think Spirit is saying, stay true to yourself. Remember what abundance means to you. Allow for the inspiration to come in, and then what's meant for you is going to show up. And that could be somebody from the past, or it could be a past life soulmate that you don't even know, or something from the past is going to inspire you to continue to do this. Yes, Ace of Wands just wanted to pop out there. Inspiration is coming in. Inspiration is coming in. So that by continuing to do this work on yourself, having the space to do this spiritual awakening, or you're not doing the spiritual awakening. By continuing to awaken, you're having this spiritual metamorphosis, this transcendental experience, okay? All right, where are we going here with this? 4 of Wands, Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands, Page of Cups. You're celebrating the experience of moving out of your burdens towards some new experience of love, some new opportunities for things to come to fruition that are really coming in, that you're pulling in through your solar plexus. There's some feelings in your belly that your heart has been communicating to you, that I think it's going to be really important that you trust as you release and let go of. This is a time to celebrate what it is that your heart has desired. This is a time to really anchor in to your heart and celebrate your successes in a way that really empowers you, because you have worked through a lot of things, okay? Celebrate that. It's important to honor the work that you've done to move through the burdens that have been in your life, okay? Create that space for yourself. Continue to do that work on yourself, because I think that's really beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. This is a beautiful reading. This is really all about you know, coming into this really elevated consciousness of self-love and really transmuting the experiences of the past into this empowerment space of just being in the here and now and releasing all of your ties to whatever has held you back, whatever has blocked inspiration. You're there. The wheel is here. The destiny, you're moving forward. The awakening is happening. You guys, this is just magic, pure magic. I'm geeking out. Imagine yin, higher power. Okay. You guys, you have really created some love for yourself. Some really, take your time. You don't have to, just imagine what it is that you want to create for yourself in a really flowing, beautiful way where you're working with spirit, where you're in connection with spirituality right now, where you're trusting that your higher power is moving you toward the direction of your destiny. Okay? You don't have to know anything else. You just have to be open to that experience. Trust, let go, surrender to the flow. Imagine the possibility of whatever beautiful future you want to create for yourself, and then fall in love with that. Fall in love with that and just continue to remind yourself of that love. And just allow for the synchronicities to come together and watch everything that manifests in your life. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Anchor into your Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. The only ace that isn't here is the Ace of Swords. So it would seem to me you are getting really anchored in your truth, because the Queen of Swords is here. The truth, you are in the space of truth. You don't need to be reminded of that. You're in it. You're in it. You're in it. You're in the space of developing real, coherent self-love, groundedness, opportunities, coherence, synchronicities, spiritual enlightenment. It's good. All right. Happy Friday. TGIF, you guys. I hope you have a really good weekend. I will see you again soon. Maybe I'll do one reading this weekend as my farewell reading to my own space here that has been such a powerful experience for me. Anyways, you guys, have a good weekend. I'll see you soon. Love and light.